I have in my family in particular, this one radically potent example of a man in the kitchen, i.e. Papa, who was literally cooking all of the food that was in their house and then letting his wife get away with saying that it was her food because of the trauma of watching his mother be a domestic servant in the kitchen of his father, right? And that was such a harrowing experience for him that he could not stand to see another black woman that he loved cook food. And so he cooked the food himself. But then, of course, on the other side, we do have these incredible home cooks in my family. And I think I love what you're talking about. You know, I'm a millennial kitchen culture. Chefs are guys with sturdy forearms and covered in tattoos and staying up until all hours. So there's like there's a huge food culture that is male run in the sort of restaurant side of things. But I think that it's really becoming a collaborative event, in both directions, because there's that strong pull of the chefs, and then there's, the millennial chef culture, and then there's also the balance of the, deeper women in the kitchen tradition. And I think that's sort of meeting in a happy middle right now. As a young creative person, or really a young professional person of any kind, the dream is to get to learn at the hand of somebody who's an expert in your field, right? And my mother is, by any standard, an expert in the field of writing. And not only that, but she has purely my best interest at heart and is relentless in her pursuit of my own gains in life. So getting to learn at her hand, getting to work with her was just totally extraordinary, one. Two, I think my favorite recipe that I think of as collaborative of the two of us is, funnily, the chicken and wild rice soup, which I cooked for her now 2 summers ago when I was cooking through all the recipes sort of over and over again for measurement purposes, vibration cooking. And she said, "This is new." And I said, "No, it's not." And she said, "What do you mean?" And I said, "Well, you made this for me when you were doing that tea phase." when I was 8 or 9, you made me chicken and rice soup with vegetables. And she was like, "Well, that's not exactly my soup." But I said, I made it from my memories of her cooking for me as a little girl, and she had forgotten them because she's, prepared countless meals for me, actually, even though she did take me out a lot. And it was so fun for me to revive something that she'd actually given to me years ago.